Welcome to Resilient Love Podcast.
Join hosts Quentin and Brianna as they discuss tips on love, life, and
business.
Let's get into this next episode. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
We're back with another episode of Resilient Love. And we are going to be having a great conversation today. As you guys know, we talk about love, life, and business. And so today's focus is actually going to be on the business, but it does tie into that love too because of some of the things that we're going to get into. So we have our awesome special guest with us who's going to be sharing with you something very amazing that you actually see on her shirt and behind her. Yes, we're talking about Bless, the Bless app. And so would you go ahead and share with our audience your name and everything, your background? Let's do it.
Sure. Thank you so much, Quentin and Brianna. I'm so grateful to be with you. I'm Tara Eusebi. I am the founder and chief blesser of Bless, and just thankful to be a part of this podcast today. You wanted my background also, I think you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's see, prior to Bless, I worked in corporate America. My whole life, I really held a number of different jobs. I think we've all been through that process of just kind of evolving as human beings. But the last position I held, I landed as an operations manager for a company that manufactured animal feed ingredients, like the micro ingredients that go in animal feed. So something totally wild and random, comparatively, totally unrelated to what I'm doing now. Really, Bless is my passion. I didn't know that Bless was my passion until I was asked that most powerful question. What is your passion? What is it that you ultimately want to do? And when that question was posed to me, it literally changed the course of my life. I've actually been thinking about this quite often, thinking like how much more beneficial it would be if we were to ask each other this question instead of, and even our kids, instead of what do you want to be when you grow up? Because I think there's a level of expectation that comes with that question. What do you want to be when you grow up? But if you say, you know what is your passion? What is it that drives you, that moves and motivates you? That's
Right.
the core of human beings that we really need to tap into. So I'm big on that.
Wow. And you know what? That's a powerful question because as an educator, I too have been caught saying and asking the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Rather than getting to the core of what they actually want to do and pursue. That's a little different.
Absolutely. So, I just think it's very important that so many people don't do what they're passionate about, but they kind of stay in survival mode instead of doing what they're passionate about. So I truly commend you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. It's scary. It's not an easy little leap of, this was a huge leap of faith to leave corporate once I discovered this passion. And so in 2018, I actually quit my job to do Bless because I know that this is my assignment on the planet. People wonder why on earth am I on earth? Well, I wondered that for a long time. Why am I here? There's got to be more to this than the 9 to 5. There's got to be more than having to ask somebody when I can go on vacation, right? There's got to be more to this journey than those things, or just being in that survival mode. And gosh, when I figured out that this is like this untapped potential, and we don't ask, like I was saying, we just don't ask each other. We have our form-fitted questions of what we're supposed to do in life, and we're missing out on why we're here, because humanity is literally waiting for you and me to tap into that passion. That's what we need out of each other. So until we start to uncover that and draw it out, I think many people kind of go through life feeling pretty unfulfilled. And I personally was miserable. I was good at my job. I was making good money, but I just knew, gosh, there's just got to be more than this. And so when that question was posed, it really rocked my world. It didn't change overnight, but it started to give me an opportunity to lean into that more. Like, okay, if this is my passion, and people will still think this is nuts. Like, how can you leave corporate, leave a 6-figure job to go bless people? Lady, you are crazy, lady. And that's okay, because when you're on a mission and you see the end result, when I think about humanity and I think about how literally all of humanity has been waiting for me to step into this, because we so desperately need each other. And we need to know once again that we need each other. We've forgotten that we're better together. We're stronger together.
That's right.
that we flow better when we're working together, and getting away from our current conditions of, yes, it's important to social distance because of COVID, but I think we were social distancing long before COVID.
Hello.
And it's time that we come back together and realize, hey, I have a need. You have a need. I want to help somebody. You want to help somebody. Let's work together and come together to unite humanity, to really change lives and impact generations. I mean, that's what Bless is really all about.
Yes. The shirt said it. Share a need, meet a need. Okay.
So now that we've heard a little bit about your story, what led you to develop the Blessed app?
So really, it was that question, that started it. So once that question was posed, things began to percolate on the inside. Something was brewing. And it would be a couple months later, I found myself in the grocery store. And I had this thought: if you knew that the person you're passing here in the market had a need that you could help with, would you help? And I thought, well, yeah, I would totally help. I mean, totally. You need something, I'm there. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, but how can I know what people really need? I mean, really, you wouldn't know it, but I'm more of an introvert. I'm not one to just walk up to people and say, hey, how are you doing today? Is there anything I can help you? That's not me. No. But if I see a need, then there's this Superwoman shirt on underneath, the Bless shirt. And I'll go to the rescue. I'll go to the rescue to want to help, because I really think that's interwoven in everybody, in humanity. When we see a fellow human being that's hurting, I mean, there's got to be something that pricks your heart that says, oh, let me just lend a helping hand. So that was the moment that the vision for Bless as a mobile app started to come alive, because I thought if people had a platform that they could go to and share a need, and where they could not even have to wait for a need to be shared, because there's so many people like me that just love to help people. What if you had a place you could go and just offer the kind of help that you wanted to offer? You were cleaning out your closet and you had clothes you wanted to give away, and not just get rid of. See, we're working on a lot of different things here. We're working on retraining humanity to not have that get rid of mentality when it comes to blessing people. Yes, we all have things to get rid of. But what if you switch it and you set out to give on purpose, with purpose, to change lives and impact generations? There's so much more power in those clothes hanging in your closet that you haven't worn when you set out to give that way. Or that iPad that's been laying on the shelf because you got a new one 2 years ago, right? And it's still there. And a teenager doing school from home right now could really use that device, even though you think it's useless. That would make their day, that would impact them for their life. When you start to see the things that you have, and even your gifts and talents that are on the inside of you that people are waiting for, and you offer that listening ear or a couple of hours just to lend a helping hand with the intention of making an impact. Oh my gosh, when you start to live like this, it changes everything. So we're really on a mission to change the world this way, but really help people understand who we really are again. Because I think we kind of forgotten what's interwoven on the inside of us.
Yeah, that's powerful. The interwoven purpose of humanity is to bless.
Yes, ma'am. That's so true.
It's to give. It's to see what your brother or sister needs. Because, and I love how you said we have to change the wording. That words have power. Yes, and because your app is called Bless, that
That's right. That is so true. You know, Bless is absolutely what it does. It's a free gift for all humanity. I mean, people wonder, well, do you charge for Bless? How could I charge for Bless?
Yes.
You can't charge for Bless. So it is a free gift. There are no strings attached. There's no tricks or gimmicks. There aren't even any ads to distract from its purpose and content. It is the purest platform that you can put on your mobile device. It's really a peaceful place where you can go and ask for help. You can share a need without judgment, but not without accountability, because we really want to see your life get better. You know, no matter what level you're at in life, we all could use it to be a little bit better. I mean, who wouldn't go for that? I don't care if you're on top of the world. You can get a little bit better. And so that's what we really desire through this, is to create this atmosphere and this culture, really cultivate this culture where people can come and share their needs without judgment. But what's so cool about the accountability is it really eliminates those that are just kind of looking to play a game or work a system, right? We're not about that. There's plenty of systems out there that you can work, but Bless isn't for that. This is for bringing people together to help one another. And no one likes to be scammed, and no one likes to be abused. And so we've got this kind of culture we're developing, not to mention Vouch for Me, which is on Bless, that really helps with this level of accountability, where you can have people that you know vouch for who you are. The more people that vouch for you, the better. That way people know that you're the real deal. So we care about humanity. We want people safe, and we want Bless to be that kind of place.
Wow. Yeah, I am very, very intrigued, and I know others are too. And that's why the link is in the description for you guys to go and download the app, because it will truly bless you. So when you think about the app and just the wonderful things that comes from it, what would you say is your greatest accomplishment since creating this app?
Oh my. You know, it just have to be all the lives that have been impacted. I remember the night before we launched, launch day was March 25th, 2019. So Bless is still just a little baby, brand new. I mean, we're just toddling a little bit by now. You know, you guys just watch. We'll someday come back to this when Bless is global and it's a household name, and we'll remember sitting from one another and going, hey, I interviewed that lady and now she's on Good Morning America. You know, like it's coming, it's coming. And so we're just growing. But, you know, I didn't realize that Bless would not just change lives, but that it would really impact generations. And once I started to see children being affected by their parents getting blessed, I mean, you know, they get on there and they share a need. I mean, I've touched so many lives of children, just myself, not to mention all the other people that participate.
Yeah.
You know, but I'll never forget the first need that I shared was for someone else. They had a need, but they weren't in a place where they wanted to share it. You know, sometimes needs can feel embarrassing. We've created that, and we really need to change that, because we all have needs, and it's okay to share them, because when you share, then others know, and knowing empowers people to help, right? So it's important to do that. But she shared this need with me. She said, you know, I've got 4 kids, but 3 of my children don't have beds to sleep on. 2 of the twins are growing out of their crib, and I need beds. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I couldn't meet the need myself. I said, could I share this need on Bless? This was right when we first launched this app. She said, sure, go ahead. Within 1 week, I was delivering mattresses to this mama and her babies. And to see those little faces, I still can see it, to see those little faces light up, to see the tears streaming down her face, to see the little ones, they couldn't even wait to get sheets on the bed. They're already jumping on the bed, just so excited they would have a place to lay their head that night. When you think of that and the ripple effect that has on a little life, where they saw how Bless showed up and offered hope and help. Oh, I mean, so you can see when Bless trucks start to go out, because that's coming too. And you've got Bless trucks delivering goods to families, or just going and lending a helping hand in communities throughout the world. You can see what relief it will bring for people. And it's just what we so desperately need in this world. Just that hope that light, that help, unconditionally.
Yes. The power of unconditional love. Lord have mercy. This is blessing me. Okay. So
how do you, I see the Good Morning America coming. It's coming. How do you manage to stay consistent in your passion and still maintain your personal life? Often when people even do their passion, they get to a place of burnout. So how do you create that balance and still give your all to the blessed audience as well?
Yeah. I'm learning, and I've become really mindful, though, that how important it is, because the chief blesser, or whatever you're in charge of in your life, even your family, you're really no good to anybody if you're not well, if you're not rested. And so what drives me and motivates me is this picture of all humanity waiting for the full birthing of this vision to come forth. Yes, we've started, but the app, it just barely scratches the surface. I mean, there's so much more that will come beyond this app. This app is important. It is a game changer. It's revolutionary. It's not a movement. I mean, this is something that will impact and is already impacting globally. We already have people that have signed on to Bless in 6 out of the 7 continents of the world. I've got Bless ambassadors, which are, I like to say, they're people like me that have passion for community. They want to help other people, and they just so happen to want to use Bless by which to do it. They're beginning to pop up all over. I've got one in India. I've got 2 in Africa. I've got them throughout the United States. And this is something I haven't even formally launched. It's just started to happen because people hear me talk about what we're doing and they want to be a part. And so, this is just the beginning. I mean, so what drives me is just this vision for seeing so many lives change, for really seeing this retraining of humanity and getting us back in a place where we need to be, where we realize, gosh, we are better together. We are stronger together. We really are the best help for humanity. It's us, not the government. It is us. We are the best help, and so helping people to see this, and then setting this example of giving on purpose with purpose to change lives. When people see, this isn't to brag to people like, oh, look at me. No, honestly, for real, I couldn't care less. I created Bless because it's my passion to help others. But what I know is that I am responsible for setting such a tremendous example for the world that they can see. I want to pattern my life after this crazy lady out in California who left corporate to change the world and do it with a free gift for humanity. I mean, like, who wouldn't want to be a part of this? Talk about the ultimate bad day cure. It's blessed.
Yes, it's blessed.
If you're having a rough go at it, you can flip the switch so quick just by setting out to do something for somebody else. And it could be as simple as just offering an encouraging word. I've done it so many times, just checking in on people through the app. They come back at me. I'm in tears that you even reached out. It's all they needed. So when people realize how easy it is to make an impact, and when they catch this thing, you can see it running like wildfire.
Wow. Man, through all of that you shared, I'm just like, the power of blessing others, the power of having a tool to go out. The Bible tells us to go out into the hedges and highways and compel them to come in. You're bringing people in through love and kindness. And so we see that and we acknowledge that. And so, but we also have to recognize that through all these challenges, right? The development stage, the conversations, the actual launch day, how has all of this made you more resilient?
Oh my gosh, it is. Gosh, if you could, I almost see it as like a layer. You know how leather gets developed and it kind of thickens, or how you get these calluses on your hands, after doing things. I see this foundation that's being laid, and the iron sharpening the iron, and all their little rough patches getting sawed off here and there, really. There's such preparation that's continuing to go on with this. And it has made me more resilient. It's helped me to fight for this vision. You know, that's what motivates me. I can see the trucks going through the cities and on the high. I can see these blessed trucks. I can see these blessed supply houses where people can come and buy without money, and where we can go deliver. Like, when you can see it so big, nothing can stop it but you. And I'm not about to. So it's just literally a matter of time before it manifests in front of me. And so it just drives you and it just keeps you going. And when challenges come, what I do is I go back to that vision and I go, wait a minute, this little thing, I got a world waiting.
There you go.
We don't got time for that. We got to keep moving forward, because I've got humanity relying on me to come through for them. And bigger than that, on a very personal level, this is my assignment from God. So at the end of the day, I have to stand and answer to him, and I'm determined to hear, well done.
Oh, and I tell you what, we are determined to run on too and see what the end's going to be. And I can tell you what, just by the passion in your voice, just by the drive that you have shared, I believe, and we're standing with you, that the truck's coming. The mainstream launch is coming. You're going to receive. Look, I'm sharing with you what I want to see for us too.
Yes. And I agree with you.
I'm already envisioning, because every morning I watch today's show, Good Morning. I'm already envisioning having my coffee, looking, there goes Blessed.
That's it.
There you go.
It's going to happen. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
And it's just so unique how we all came together, because it's been one of our things that we've been saying in the house a lot is, you know, it's not about that. It's about humanity. And a lot of people have a vague understanding
of what it really means to get back to the people.
And even after we're slowly beginning to open up, but we have to take that lesson of 2020 and really, really zone in and apply it.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Your app was birthed at a time where people was just on their phones. So they had to really see and get blessed. So I want to show you guys, this is the app. Go get it. We got it. Okay, blessed. And so one final question. So when you think about everything, go ahead and share with our listeners just how they can reach you besides the app and some other things.
Sure. You know, y'all can find me on all the social media platforms. Bless and myself are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, at Bless Mobile App is the handle for all of that. If and when you get on Bless, you will absolutely hear from me. I personally reach out to every new user to let you know that I am there. You will see me very active on my app. I made it really for me, and I just so happen to be sharing it with all of you, but it's a gift from me, from my heart to all of you, so that we can really be who we are, who we've been called to be, and help one another. Gosh, we need each other. You know, we do so much better when we flow together. And that's really what this is designed for, is bringing local communities together, but then we can reach outside of that. And I've seen lives changed in different countries sitting right here in my own house. You know, like, that's so amazing to think that with technology like it is, I can help somebody get food in Africa. I mean, that's wild. So, or in New York or wherever, like, we can make this happen. And it's little things. Even if it's not a tangible material thing, you can make an impact in someone's life that it could go beyond the impact and actually save their life. You never know what that kind act, that purposeful act will do and the impact it will have. So I encourage everybody to come be a part. Wherever you see Bless, you will find me. And I'm happy to connect with each one of you that way.
Yes. Wow.
So this has been a blessing for us.
And this has been another episode of Resilient Love. Thank you.
Thank you to all listeners and subscribers. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Leave us a 5-star review on Apple so that we can continue sharing resilient love. Thanks for listening.